This is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
Rejecting God's authority. Verses 50 through 53. Yet I do not seek my own glory. There is one who seeks it, and he's the judge. Truly, I say to you, if anyone keeps my word, he will never see death. And the Jews said, oh, now we know that you have a demon. Abraham died, as did the prophets, yet you say, if anyone keeps my word, he'll never taste death. Are you greater than our father Abraham who died, and the prophets who died? Who do you make yourself out to be? Key in on that phrase. Undisciples are quick to ask exactly what these men were asking in verse 53. The question is, who do you think you are? Now, it's doubtful that we find Christians who claim to follow Christ who will say, who do you think you are? You know, to God or to Christ. But we do find lots of people who ignore his instruction because they don't think it applies to them. Or that somehow they're exempt, which is basically saying the same thing. It's the oldest argument in the world. Remember back in Genesis chapter 3? Now the serpent was more crafty than any other beast of the field that the Lord God had made. So he said to the woman, did God actually say, you shall not eat of any tree in the garden? And the answer to that is, no, he didn't say that. He said, you can eat of anything you want except this one tree. But the devil completely turned it around. And Eve, Eve said, let me think about that. Well, he did say that if we ate of it, if we could eat anything, but if we ate that, then we would die. Which is, you know, it was just like she started twisting around what God started saying, and Satan had her. He had her, because she completely twisted what God had said. And in doing so, what she was saying was, did he really say that? And by saying that, she was saying, who do you think you are? I mean, don't we have the right to be wise and smart and to know the difference between good and evil? Don't we have that right? Don't we have that authority? Shouldn't we be able to know these things? Who do you think you are? And then in verse 6 it says, so when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, which was what Satan had told her. That was the lie that Satan had told her, that it would make you smart and it would make you wise. Look what it did. But Satan had told her it would make her a better person. She took of its fruit and ate, and she gave some to her husband who was standing around going, dody, dody, dody. And he ate some. Now, by the way, and I've said this before, but for those of you who are new, because I want you to be theologically correct, do you see anywhere in there where it says it was an apple? No. It was an onion. I'm sure it was an onion. I'm sure an onion was this sweet, wonderful, wonderfully tasting thing, and then when the curse came, it was made to taste like it grew closer to hell and the dirt, and taste the way it does. Onions have got to be cursed. Unless they're grilled, and then they're pretty good. So anyway, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, would you, I didn't even see you guys. Please stand up. I want you to welcome Mr. and Mrs. Patterson. Stand up. Stand up. This is the first time we've seen these guys. Yeah, first time I've seen you since you got married. Yeah. They've seen you before? Well, sorry. Well, sit down then. It's good to see you guys. Congratulations. All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. And you need this lesson. Leading your husband to eat things that he shouldn't eat is wrong. All right, brother? Thank you. So, I don't know where I was. The minute we ignore God's instruction in our life, the minute we ignore God's right to give us instruction in our life, we're asking for further instruction, which comes in the form of discipline. So for us to challenge God's authority and to say, God, is that really right for me? You know, does that apply to me? I don't think so, so I'm not going to worry about that. The minute that we begin saying, God, who do you think you are? The minute we challenge his authority, we are in line for some discipline in our lives. Not punishment. Punishment is retribution for disobedience or for doing something wrong. Discipline is getting you to do the right thing. There's a big difference. Punishment is retribution. Discipline is God doing what he has to do to get you to do the right thing.
On behalf of Dan Hurst and the Open Class, we want to thank you for watching. We hope it was a blessing.